Learning is never done. We are never done learning about a person. We're never done with learning how to support the person better. We're never done with helping people have better lives. This is because people are complicated, but also because people change. And some people are a rapidly moving target, and some people change more slowly, but everybody changes. And learning is something that we never want to stop doing. The structure of the learning log varies from place to place based on what is required, what is expected to be in a note. But typically, what it begins with is the date. So it's a set of columns, starts with the date, and then says what happened, who was there, how long did it last, and then the two columns that really capture the learning. What worked well? What did you learn? What do you think should happen? What didn't work well? What do you think should change? What would you do differently? And then, in many cases, a last column that has a place for a signature. We were trying to determine what was important to a young woman who had spent most of her life in an institution. And when she came out, the only thing we could find that was important to her was carrying around a stuffed animal. And she would choose which stuffed animal she wanted to carry around all day, but that was what was important to her. And most of the time when you looked at her, she looked worried. She looked concerned. And we were going, just what on earth is important to her? And this is a young woman who had some significant physical issues. She had a condition where the position of the organs in her body was reversed. So whereas your heart is mostly on the left side of your body, hers was mostly on the right. Where your liver's on your right side, her liver was on the left. And having this reversal of organs causes all kinds of difficulty with digestion and with other physical issues, so you wind up spending a lot of time going to the doctor. And there was a nurse who worked in this home who would take her to the doctor. And I was talking to the nurse one day and saying, so how's it going? And she said, oh, let me tell you about what we just did. We went to the doctor. And then she started telling me the story. They got to the doctor early. And they had gotten through traffic faster than they thought. And she thought, oh, you know, Beverly hates doctors because she's always being poked and prodded. She doesn't necessarily understand what's going on, but she's uncomfortable. So we won't go into the doctor's office so early and just have her be anxious while she waits. And she said, well, you know, I was trying to figure out what should I do? What could I do? And I saw this car wash. It was one of these drive-through car washes. And I thought, well, we'll just drive through, give my car a wash. So she drove through the car wash and the water cascaded down, hit the car, and Beverly went happy nuts. The very first time we've ever seen Beverly excited, ever seen Beverly happy. And the nurse told me about this with great animation, and I said, so let me see your note. And the note said, took Beverly to the doctor, these are the tests that are next. Said nothing about the car wash. And we needed to capture that. And that was one of the origins of the learning log. Talking about that challenge with one of the staff who was working and supporting that home, the learning log came into existence.